When I was about 8 or 9 years old, I lived in this apartment complex near my elementary school. I had a couple friends from school who also lived in the apartments, who all named Dylan and Audrey for the story. The three of us had been hanging out that day, and we had thought of the idea to use the swimming pool located in the apartment building, so each of us decided to ask our parents for permission to use the pool. Audrey asked her mom, Dylan asked his dad, and I asked my dad. All three parents said yes, and my dad actually decided to go to the pool with us to keep an eye on us and make sure we didn't get in any sort of trouble while swimming. Around 6 o'clock, Dylan, Audrey, and I had gotten pretty bored of playing in the pool, so the three of us had decided to dry off and get out of the pool. Instead of swimming, the three of us decided to just play outside of the apartment building. While we were playing outside, another neighbor, who I'll name James for the video, also came outside and started hanging out with us. James was a few years older than us, I'd say around 11, but we still hung out with him regardless. Along with James, my twin sister also came outside to play with us, and we all started a game of hide and seek. The game was fun, but James had to go inside after a little bit, so after he left the four of us, we just decided to stop playing hide and seek and we started playing soccer instead. At around 8 o'clock, me, Dylan, Audrey, and my sister were still outside playing the game of soccer when we started hearing loud bangs and pounding on the gate that encloses the property of the apartments. Naturally curious, we all looked over to where the sounds were coming from, and there was a woman standing just outside of the metal gate that surrounds the apartment, and she was pounding on the gate like an actual crazy person. Now, obviously, this was very scary for us as we were only like 8 or 9 at the time. And as soon as the woman noticed that we saw her, she started screaming at us that we were the spawn of Satan. At this point, my dad heard the commotion and came outside, and he noticed the woman. This made the woman even more angry, claiming that we tried shooting her with our BB guns, even though we never did that, and we were only playing with the soccer ball this entire time. The woman started screaming at the very top of her lungs, sounding like an actual crazy person, going on a rant and saying how we somehow ruined her life, even though we had no idea who this person was, and she was being loud enough for the entire apartment building to hear, and I was getting really scared at this point. That's when my dad got a baseball bat and shouted at her that she has to leave now, I guess as a way to scare her off and protect me and my friends. But unfortunately, it didn't work that way at all, as her reaction was to start climbing the fence in an attempt to get over it. I didn't know if she was going to attack us or what, but as she was climbing the fence, she fell off of it. My dad immediately called 911 after that, and not too long after, there were 2 cop cars and an ambulance on the property. Me and my friends stayed around while the cops talked to us and asked us questions. They ended up taking the woman away, and thankfully I never saw her again. It turns out that she was mentally disabled and had actually escaped from a care center, which explains a lot.